I realise I'm not taking a massive risk when I say that all Iron Maiden fans are a bunch of pricks. Well, okay, maybe we're being a bit general here. I'm an Iron Maiden fan and I'm not a prick. That's arrogance talking. But what I based this on was the fact that Iron Maiden fans all seem to do three things. They are all convinced that Iron Maiden is the greatest thing ever to exist and that nothing else is superior, even though there is no better or worse in music. They all shout drunkenly, "Up the irons!" And they all seem to be either middle-aged men with bald spots, or they seem to be 12-year-old to 21-year-old kids smoking and drinking lots of beer. And I just get sick to death of that. It's almost as if, because Iron Maiden are one of the really, really well-known bands, I do the same thing for Slayer fans, but because Iron Maiden are one of the really, really known metal bands, it kind of like becomes that is the ultimate stereotype of what a metal fan is. And I just find that bit the most embarrassing bit, because Iron Maiden being the biggest band of all, the media and everyone else portraying the stereotype on these fans because they are probably the most recognisable. It's just kind of really depressing to think that we're all like that when we're not. And I find all these fans to be such dorks because they are all convinced that there is nothing else in the world apart from Iron Maiden. There is nothing else in the world apart from metal music, and anything else that might exist is both a drag and inferior. Now, I'm aware that most Iron Maiden fans are not in fact dicks. I'm also aware that I'm talking about stereotype here, but you fans who make the rest of us look like absolute pricks, just cut it out, please, before we all turn emo and shoot ourselves for embarrassment or something. I mean, like, it doesn't even help that you should listen to some real music every now and then. Like this. This is a Death album. For anyone who is unsophisticated does not listen to Death, this is called Human. Go and download it. Yeah, but I think to myself, the embarrassment knows no limits. And there's loads of other brilliant music out in the world. It's not like, as a metal fan you have to exclude yourself from other music. I mean, yeah, sure, there's a massive amount of diversity in heavy metal music. We don't need to go into that discussion. But, I mean, there's so much other good music. And I hate the fact that these stereotypical Iron Maiden fans seem to repress all other kinds of music, including the new metal genre. Now, I'm often mistaken for someone who hates new metal. Don't hate it at all. Totally like it. Don't consider it metal at all. And that's my problem. That's why people say, oh, you're just like them. I'm not saying I hate it, I just don't think it's a part of the metal music. Because it isn't really part of the metal music, because it isn't really metal music. But that's not the problem. The problem is that you get these many stereotypes of these many different fans who make it bad for the rest of us. And that's what I just don't like, and that's what I'm complaining about. I mean, like, they'd be the first people to close their minds off to some Public Enemy, or they would be really, really, really anti if anyone even suggested, throwing in some pop punk. I'm not saying that metal's a bad thing. By all means, I support it more than most people I know. It is the greatest music ever. What I'm saying is that you dumbass motherfucker fans who all are convinced that it's the only good thing in the world, and I'm specifically aiming at you fucking Slayer fans and you fucking Iron Maiden fans, you're the worst. You're the biggest forms of annoyance I've ever met in my life. There's more to life than just, metal music. Try listening to some Elvis Costello or something.